Now, What's the Dirt, right? For those who don't know, What's the Dirt has gone super viral throughout this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef because he does long form breakdowns, hour long, 2 hours long, breaking down the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef songs, literally word by word, moment by moment, to the point that a lot of people accuse him of reaching. I believe a lot of the stuff that he says is a reach and is not what Kendrick Lamar and Drake really mean by their subs, their disses, their lyrics, but he's highly entertaining, and he dedicates a lot of time to his craft, right? This man has gone viral because of the fact that there was a moment during his Family Matters breakdown where he mentions the amount of times that Drake says the N-word, right? And let me play it right here. I believe this is the clip. Let's see. I think this is the clip right here. And this was broken down by Company Man. Shout out to Company Man, who's another former fellow YouTuber. He does a lot of high quality content, breaking down music in the industry throughout the years. He's been around for a while as well. Shout out to Company Man.
I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell.
Oh my God.
So that was What's the Dirt's joke to Company Man, right? So this was him reacting to Company Man's reaction about his Family Matters theory, right? Because he was basically trying to say that Drake said the N-word or the lack of the N-word. Basically, the amount of the N-word being said was for a particular reason, right? And I think it pertained to specifically the race and, like, you know, the race.
Age.
The age?
Yeah, it was that. He said the word nigga 37 times.
Because Drake's
37.
Yeah, so like that's easily a reach, right? But then for a white content creator to be doing that is like, it comes off like, why are you looking so much into the N-word? It's like, I don't think that has anything to do with that. And then to laugh at another black man now who's a content creator and say like, oh, you can tell that he doesn't say the N-word much, etc.
Yeah.
You come off tacky, right? And he had a whole Twitter rant where he was coming at Company Man.
I saw that.
And like he went off, right? He went off. And now
I also want to say this.
Yeah.
He's always been reaching.
Yeah, he's always since day one.
I want to make this very clear. He reached on the Kendrick track and he reached on this one. This is just his bit. Like, this is what you do with these breakdowns. You reach.
Yeah. But what happened was he was breaking down the songs, and obviously Kendrick Lamar has more diss songs towards Drake than Drake has towards Kendrick. So he had a lot of the times the Kendrick stands on his side because he was breaking down the Kendrick songs. Now, for the first time ever, he's gotten the most Kendrick stands going at him against him because he did a 2.5 hour video. I think the longest one he might have done possibly for Family Matters, basically a Drake song. So he had the Kendrick stands annihilating him to the point that he said in his response video after all of this, right? Basically his apology video towards him being canceled and everything that he did, he said towards Company Man. He said this. Basically, he's retiring for now, right? He said, I'll be taking a long break from YouTube. Love you guys. And he said, guys, the things I said to Justin, shout out to Justin. So that's Justin. He's the Company Man. Go beyond the beef of Kendrick and Drake. It's got nothing to do with Kendrick or Drake. I was out of pocket with how I spoke to him. There's honestly no more to it than that, right? My opinion is this, right? When you are a white content creator and you are, you know, everything that you do pertains to black culture and black media, you have to read the fucking room and you have to pay your dues and be respectful of the culture because you are basically a guest in the culture, right? We can easily kick you out, etc. when you get to a point of disrespect and when it's like voyeurism, like you're basically here but it's just for your own pure benefit. You're not passionately of the culture, right? And that's wrong with anyone of any kind, but it's more highlightable when you are specifically a white man, right? So What's the Dirt was a prime example of that now in this situation. Now, I think he should have ignored the Kendrick stands and just kept doing the songs. Instead, he got in over his head about it. He saw the comments. He decided to react for the first time to comments, and he directly targeted this man who happens to be a black content creator who actually was making valid points.
He's being very respectful.
Very respectful, being valid. And instead, then he also makes a racial joke towards this guy.
Which is crazy.
And he leaves it in his reaction. Like, he puts it out there like, bro, you know, you edit, you take all the time in the world. You take months to edit a Drake and Kendrick song and break everything down. He said nigga 5 times more than him. Blah, blah, blah. But then your own video where you make the joke that now might have costed your own self-conscious, your own career, however you want to call it, you're not editing and you're not realizing like you shouldn't have said that. Like, first of all, you shouldn't have come at him at all to that level, but let alone highlight that. Why are you doing that? Right? And now look at him basically retiring from YouTube.
I also think, like, because we've dealt with this as a group, yo, if you're going to be in the space where you're commenting on shit, you got to shut the fuck up. You got to just do it. You can't react, like Vic said. You should just let these niggas talk, but sometimes you can correct someone's misrepresentation of what you said. But he wasn't even doing that. He's like targeting people. He's speaking directly to them, being personal. And it's like, you were better off just dropping the breakdown and disappearing and just dropping another one. Like, who cares what people say? People are always going to say something. That's something I've had to learn. It don't matter what these niggas say. The other thing is this, though. The Kendrick fans, them bots are getting out of hand.
The K-bots?
Yeah, no, this is getting bad.
The K-bots.
Because Drake does it, but I don't know if this is fans or bots, but I keep seeing the same messages under that nigga's YouTube thing, and I'm just like, this is bad. This isn't acceptable behavior. Because then it desensitivizes other people to speak up.
Listen.
Would you give a breakdown if you got the entire community on your ass? Like, be honest. This isn't healthy culture.
This Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef has a huge unhealthy side to it, and this is an example of it, where, you know, you have a man thinking that he needs to respond to you guys that are going at him too much, and now you got him. But the thing is, some people might say he was showing his true colors, right?
Which is cool,
because you can interpret it like he's acting out of character, right, etc. But
that doesn't excuse your behavior that got him there.
Yeah, maybe this is how he feels behind the scenes, and maybe worse, right? Like, how does he truly feel about black people, and how does he care? Like,
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how is he behaving behind the scenes? Like, bro, we appreciate your videos, your name's dope, what's the dirt? But then you're doing this shit. It's like, do you really not fuck with us? It's almost like Dave Chappelle said. Like, Dave Chappelle said, like, he did that joke. It was like about a racial joke.
Yeah.
And a black joke around, you know, fellow black people. And then you got this white dude who's like a producer who laughed a bit too much. And he was like, are you laughing with me or are you kind of laughing at me? Like, it felt like too much.
Yeah.
And that was a point in moment in time where he decided, I need a break from this. And he left.
I left. It.
And it's like, that's reality where this shit can get to a point where you have to draw the line. You have to make sure that whoever is properly representing and getting your support is not someone that's just a facade or a fake or has ill intentions. It has to be true, you know, because at the same time, he was making money from all these videos. He was making his money. He had a whole business. He had a sponsorship, Happy Dad. This guy who Lord knows how much he made.
No, he was making bucks.
He might have made $1 million or $2 million. Like, we don't know.
And I enjoyed his content.
Definitely he's made more than us.
He really did try. He tried a lot.
He went hard. But it's like, Kendrick Lamar could come out tomorrow and say, I didn't mean none of that shit, bro. Yeah. What are you talking about?
But he would never do that because it helps his situation.
Oh, he would never do that. No one would. Drake would never.
It fuels the situation.
It would fuel the situation, the conspiracies, let people drive up, the whatever opinions, etc.
But this is the problem. The fans made this what it became. And no one's talking about that. Because when I read those comments, Vic, I'm sorry, I would have crashed out, possibly. Like, I would have had to, like, go to God and be like, bro, help me. Because they were, like, really talking out his name, bro.
Yeah.
Like, worse than they do to us. Remember the day they came at Edwin for the Kanye reaction?
Oh, man.
It was that level, but it was consistent. Like, it was like, yo, you fucking suck, you stink, you're a fucking white colonizer, you know shit about music, you're a piece of shit, you should kill yourself. Like, bro, what are we doing right now? Like, both sides have gotten to a point, bro, that they're just irrational.
Listen, I want to shout out. I still want to shout out just What's the Dirt, right? I hope that you're all right. Your mental health is all right. Take a break. It's okay. Like, live life. That's what we all have to do. We have to live life. We all have a life to live. It's not just about what we do on the internet. Disconnect. It's all right. And I also shout out to company man Justin, who, you know, fortunately gets a lot of attention now from this that he indirectly has gathered, right, from a negative situation, but there's a positive side where indirectly now people like me, etc., We now see more of him. We pay attention to him more than ever before. And he gets his proper due because he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong.
They're saying that they're in the chat, Wyland. They're saying that he lied on Kendrick. And
that what's the dirt? Why?
Yeah, and he was saying like he was spreading false narratives, but like that doesn't excuse how you talk to people. Like I think in these people's minds, they think, oh, if you like say something about Kendrick that they feel isn't true, then it justifies whatever they say back to you. And it's like, no, you still have to treat each other like good human beings.
And all he probably does as well to research, obviously, he goes on Twitter and all these other platforms, Reddit, and he takes these theories. There's theories every day, right? There was a theory for the NFL commercial. We said at the beginning of it, that sound is the same sound in 16 in LA, that random machine, right? And then people in the comments say, no, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's like that commercial with Tootsie Pop. 1, 2, 3. The world may never know. The world may never know. We'll never know unless Kendrick Lamar himself confirms these things. So it's a catch-22 where it's like, if you guys don't want him to do what he does, don't watch his videos, right?
That's another thing.
But they watch it because he gets mad views. Now, don't get me wrong. This Family Matters one, I think, is the lowest viewed one so far. This is the longest one, but I think it only has like 300,000 views, which I was shocked because like people were telling us live stream last week, cover it, talk about it. There was so much hype around it. But then, unless the bots or someone's like trying to push his views down, I don't know what's going on. But I was shocked by the number of views on it.
They're also saying like he spoke on black people poorly, but again, like you can have civil dialogue around someone's racist comments. You don't respond to hatred with hatred. I don't believe in that.
And
philosophy.
also, I think like we need to support each other, right? We need to support fellow black creators. Support us. Support Justin. Support Company Man. He deserves more subscribers. He deserves more views. His quality is amazing, very consistent, right? But then we have What's the Dirt, and What's the Dirt's getting more views and it's like, I get it because the timing of the beef and What's This Dirt, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying doesn't deserve his views and his attention he's gathered, but what I'm saying is we also can't be hypocrites. Let's support those people that actually are a part of the culture, support the culture, because if we do that more, we'll get less situations like this, right? And also, let's educate people. Let's have conversations, right? What's the dirt? Let's educate him. Let's talk to him. Let's explain to him why he was wrong. I think that's why he now is taking a break, because he realized he was wrong. He wasn't stubborn about it. His first reaction was stubborn, right? He's like coming at people, going crazy, and then he was going in the tweets. He was defending it in the tweets, like, I don't care. I've been quiet enough, basically, the type of energy.
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
And it's like, bro, he's like, my girlfriend tried to stop me, blah, 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 but I kept going. And now he's like apologizing. He's like, hold up. Maybe he talked to Justin. Someone must have spoken to him directly, but it's like, bro, you've gathered such a bigger following. Protect it, right? Be smart about it. You're nothing without your supporters. We're nothing without people watching us. We're nothing when people click. You're nothing. So to disrespect their culture and what they represent, their skin, everything that we're doing, to say some racist, not racist, but damn near like borderline, something that could be misinterpreted as racism. If you're an entertainer or like you are like a comedian is one thing, but they don't see him as that. They see you as a thorough journalist that's representing these lines. You're breaking this down. You're an analyst. So they're going to take you at your word. So when you're saying these things, it's going to be interpreted that way. So that's why he needs to realize, like, that's what your route is. That's your lane. When you try to come in his lane now and do like the joke against Justin and the racial joke, ain't nothing funny about it, bro. Like, if you're a comedian, I get it. Like, okay, you're basically trying to say that this guy is what? Like a coon. He's trying to say, like, he's not, or like the whitest black guy. Like, people say that.
He's not
That's
the
what he's trying to say.
stereotypical black guy.
Or like, he's trying to say something like that. It's like, bro.
That's what they're upset about. There was something else too. So I'm reading the comments, bro. It's kind of, so here's the thing. It's exactly like you said. When you have conspiracy theories, you have to explore them. So he did exactly that. He explored the idea of Kendrick not being a real blood.
Okay.
He explored the idea that Whitney, in fact, hates Kendrick and has postpartum depression. As fans, I understand hearing that would upset you because you're like, why is this white dude speaking like this? But in the same breath, you were okay with him doing it to Drake.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you're mad because it's now being done to Kendrick? Like, no, he explored the conspiracies.
Yeah.
Like, he did his job. That's what he was supposed to do. Like you said, he got the conspiracies and he ran through them. It doesn't matter how it makes you feel. It's you, when he did it to the other guy, you were okay with it.
Yeah.
Like, there's a two-thing street here. He handled it poorly. He behaved like a racist. He crashed out. But in the same breath, these niggas didn't help him. They're in them comments torching him.
driving him crazy. But he's got to be able to have handle it. Have some thick skin. You know what I'm saying? Got to grow some thick skin, bro. Because this is if this is just the beginning of your journey and you want to keep on going, you got a lot more left to do. And to reiterate, this is not saying that white people can't be a part of the culture. No one's saying that, right? Because we speak about it all the time when we go on these concerts, these tours. What's the crowd? All these rap shows, the crowd. It's white people. Majority is white people. Travis Scott crowd. Majority white people.
There's probably white people in these comments.
Tyler the Creator.
Facts.
Majority white people. So it's like no one is saying like, oh, fuck white people. No, that's not what we're saying
That's not
here.
what we're saying.
We're just saying like you have to understand by default, because of the fact that you are white, you're gonna be looked at a different lens. So when you try to have any racial type of humor and downplaying anything on a racial level, you can face scrutiny like what's the dirt, and you can be quote unquote canceled. My bad. But I think that him blessing you.
Bless you.
But him addressing it, like Marlon said in the off camera, the concept of when you address this, I think also feeds into the canceling.
I agree.
If he were to shut the fuck up
Like I said,
from the beginning,
just drop it.
this would have been like this. Woof. It passed by,
Mhm.
and no one speaks about it.
Yeah.
But instead, he spoke about it, and now we got what we got.
And he's crashing out on a black guy trying to say he's not black enough. Like, who are you, bro? God
Yeah.
bless.
They gon' love me for my ambition.
And that was a clip from our podcast, the Club Ambition podcast. Cap, if you're looking to watch the full episode, make sure to go check it out right now. It's available on audio and also on YouTube.